welcome to this lesson on Road Tripping by the Red Hot Chilli Peppers. So let's get into how to play the song and some close-ups of how I'm playing it. So let's take a look up close at the first 4 bars, and I suggest you get this smooth to start with. Ignore the fact that I have a capo on. This will be fret 1 for you. I'm just down tuned. Now the first shape, I use my finger 1 and 4, so that's string 4 fret 2 and string 1 fret 3. And you can see here, this is the first bar we're going to play. We're playing string 4, we're using our thumb. I'm also using my thumb to play the 6th string, the open E string, and I'm coming back to play these notes on string 4 again. So we're playing this string 4, and then we're playing the string 1 and the with the top outer strings basically. So So let's take a look at the first 4 bars, and I suggest that you get this smooth to start with. We've got this first shape, which is a kind of E minor type chord, and we've got the first finger on string 4 fret 2, and I put my little finger here. You could use your 3rd finger. A little bit easier to use a little finger maybe here, and I'm using my thumb to jump between the bass notes. So if you see here, these notes is on string 4 and string 6, we're going to use the thumb. Generally on the top string, on string 1, I'm using my middle finger, and when we play string 2 I'm using my index finger. So let's just play this first bar. Again. So you hold the chord shape on, we're playing string 4, then the 2 outer ones, thumb again, string 4, index on string 2, the open string, and then we're back. Just loop that to start with. The second bar, together again. I'm just using those same stringers, my thumb for strings 4 and 6, and my middle finger for the bottom, string 1, and my index for string 2. So here's those first 2 bars. And again. And also check out the rhythm. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and this is what it sounds like sped up. And we go on to this kind of C shape. We're using our first finger to go to string 5 fret 3 and little finger on string 2 fret 5. I'm using the same thing we were doing before with the index and the middle, but instead of being on strings 1 and 2, we're now on strings 2 and 3. If you see, we haven't got any notes on the top string. So we've got the thumb on string 5, and then index and thumb, thumb again, index on string 3, and then back to the thumb. And again. And then all we do on this kind of B chord, we slide back, and we're playing fret 2 and 4 now, together, same strings but together now. You've got all the notes you need there just by holding that shape on. And those 4 bars are the main part of the song. So let's do that. B it again. So from the C, and here's those 4 bars from the beginning. Now that repeats, and then we're into verse 1. which is all the same stuff. And then just moving through, the only thing that's slightly different here is we've got this B chord again. And we've just got a higher note coming in on this bar where I'm going to use my second and my little finger to grab this fret 3 and fret 5, so it's, and then off again to grab that fret 3 again. And then the same stuff we had before. Moving on. That comes in again here, and the chorus part's the same as the bit we've just been learning. Nothing new there. And then, but the next section you need to learn is this kind of after chorus part. Let's grab those forward bars. So starting from this bar here, which is an A minor shape, but actually all you need on is fingers 1 and 2 in this shape, so string 1 fret 2, sorry, string 2 fret 1 and string 4 fret 2. And it's just the same process again, thumb for the bass strings, middle for the bottom, and index for this string. So looking at this bar here now, together, thumb, index, thumb again, middle, and then thumb. The G shape, which is this one, and with string 5 fret 2 and string 2 fret 3, and then we're going to move that up a fret and then put this one in on string 2 fret 5, and your third finger in on string 4 fret 5 as well. So exactly the same process, just instead of the index being on the other two, they're up now here, and on the same on the G. Okay, so let's do the G and C bit. And then fingers in. Now, the next part here, when we go high up, we really have to have a bar on here. You could get away with it like this, but it's quite a stretch, maybe. So we want to be able to bar, then to bar strings 2, 3, and 4 with your third finger and your first finger here on, just on fret 1, and we're playing those strings. So together, middle and thumb, index on string 3, and then string 4, and we play string 2 again, thumb, and then in the middle 2, 3 and 4. And then that repeats around again, so let's play those 4 bars. Repeat round again, and then we're straight into back to this E minor part. And again, same kind of stuff. We do a little high bit here, so we got chorus, again, same stuff. The after chorus bit we just looked at here, we just learnt that bit. Now there's a little different bit now after this chorus, so the interlude. So we end on that shape up the top. And then we're fret 7 and 8, and it's basically an E minor 7 chord. So you've got your first finger fret 7, string 5, second finger on string 2 fret 8, your third finger on string 4 fret 9, and we're barring these frets. We're barring 3 and 4 and 5 fifth strings. Okay, so it's this shape. So what we need to bar is these 3 strings, 3, 4 and 5, You can kind of bend your finger back, and you've got these other fingers on here like this. So sorry, you need your little finger on. It's like a minor shape here, so you actually want your little finger in as well. So, and that's on string 3. And then you take this shape up to fret 5, same shape, but we're on the top 4 strings with that now. Right, not barring anything here. This is a C bar chord, or you could get away by doing this instead. If you're having trouble with this shape, when you're barring 2, 3 and 4, you can just have 2 fingers on. Well, you can get away with like having all 3 on like this, because it's actually a full C shape. But I suggest you get used to doing this and barring 2, 3 and 4 strings. And this is the D7, so same thing, but we've got the 3rd finger on normally and your little finger on string 2 on fret 7 there. Alright, there's that shape. So this finger on, we're just barring these 3 strings, and we've got the little finger on string 2 fret 7 and your 3rd finger on string 2 fret 7. Okay, let's do that again. So the E minor chord, A, C, D7, slowly now, A, 5, C, D7, and carrying on. And we put the little finger off now to play this fret 10 we're looking at, and then we take it off again. So it's the same chord we had, but you're taking a little finger off. We can actually have it off ready. Fret 10, and then off again. A, C, little diminished chord, F sharp diminished here, and it's like a D shape, but we're up a set of strings, and we're up on fret 4 with your 1st finger. Put this other shape in, and your little finger right down below here on fret 5. Okay, and then E minor back to, let's carry on down. A, D7, C, now it's bar 100 there, we're doing the diminished shape again. Okay, and then we're going to leave that on. We're going to bar these strings, and we're going to reach up to fret 8 here. So we've got this little bit here, we're going to play fret 4. We're going to play string 2 when fret 4 is already, but we need fret 8 as well. So the bottom 2 strings here. And then 2nd finger's phrase, play the 5. And then we're going to take the 1st, we're going to slide up to 7. Put this shape in again, this diminished shape. We can take that to 11 and fret 10 here. Back to 7. Hit these notes again. Fret 4. Fret 1. And then we're back in. To our regular shape. But this diminished shape again is just like a D chord, and we're moving up, and then we're putting a little finger in and below, and it starts on fret 4. Okay, and then it's all the same little parts that we learned before. When you look through the song, same chorus bits. Let's carry on down. And apart from that, you've got a little outro as well. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so it's basically just holding on this E minor kind of shape with your first finger here and maybe a little finger here. The whole way through, and it's just playing this little pattern, which is string 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. The rhythm's like this. Lots of ties in there, okay? So you've got 1 and, but a silent beat 2, and a beat 2, 3, 4 and, silent beat 1 and 2, and then silent beat and of 2, 3 and silent beat 4 and then and so on. So we've got this kind of and that's the tune. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and that's showing you how to play the different sections. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Please feel free to download the tab for the song in the description, and if you enjoyed the lesson, please do subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're interested in learning guitar, either locally or online, do feel free to get in touch, and there's also a link down there you can get in contact with me. My name's Joe, and look forward to seeing you next lesson.